Hi guys, it's Steph here, and today I'm going to do my very first Top 5 Wednesday video. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group and it is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I think it was originally created by Ginger Reads Laney. I've been watching these videos for a while and I've sort of been too hesitant to start one of my own. So I'm going to attempt this week's challenge, which is the top 5 books that you would like to reread, and we'll see how we go. The first book that I would like to reread is Magician by Reread Feast. Now this is the first book in the Rift War saga. It is the compilation of books 1 and 2 of The Magician, and I've had this copy for years and years. I think I've had it for over 10 years now. I haven't reread it in such a long time, and I remember when I first read it, I think I was in about year 9 or year 10, and it was the first epic fantasy that I'd ever read, and I absolutely loved it. I'm a bit sketchy on the details now because such a long time has passed and I've read so many other books, but I do know it is about Pug, who is apprenticed to a magician. It's set in the Kingdom of Isles, and there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on. I remember that there's kings and princes and magicians and all sorts of crazy wackiness that happens in, let's see, nearly 700 pages, and I have not read it in such a long time, and I really want to go back. I want to revisit it, and I want to see what I think now that I'm older. The next book that I would like to reread is The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. It is a historical retelling, I believe. Again, this is one that I haven't read for over 10 years. I can barely remember anything about it. I do remember that I enjoyed it. I do remember that it was a slow read and that I had to work my way through it because I'm not good with slow reads. But it is Elizabeth Kostova's take on the Dracula story, and the main character discovers a letter in her father's library addressed to her my dear and unfortunate successor. And it is history of her family and their connection to the Dracula story. I haven't read it for a long time. I was checking it out on Goodreads and it doesn't have that many good reviews, but I remember that I really did enjoy it. So I want to read it. I want to see what I think now that I'm older again, a bit like The Magician. The next book needs no introduction. It is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and lots of people love this book and know all about it. I read this at the end of last year, right at the end of last year, and I want to reread it. I just loved this book. It was one of those books that I saw in the bookstore, and I saw the cover, and I actually took a photo of it because I wasn't buying anything that day, and it stayed with me, and I just had to go back and I had to go and pick up this book because it's such a stunning cover, and I'm notorious for cover buys. But once I started reading it, I could not put this book down. I just want to relive that world again. The next book that I would like to reread is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I love this book. It is one of my all-time favourite books. I love the language used in the storytelling. I love the story itself. It makes me cry. I haven't reread it in a while. I think I need to reread it. Now, the last book is a very different tone to all of those books because I've got a historical retelling and I've got 3 fantasy books. The next one fits squarely in sort of sci-fi adventure. That is The Lost World by Michael Crichton. I read this book when I was in year 8 and I'd sort of stopped reading in year 7 because I couldn't find anything that I really enjoyed. And I picked up The Lost World in my high school library and I could not put it down. I love this book. I love the storytelling in this. I don't enjoy Jurassic Park as much as I enjoy The Lost World. This one is definitely my favourite of the series. I just love the inclusion of the maths and the science facts in it. I love the dinosaurs because I love dinosaurs. I can't help it. I love the character of Malcolm. He's hilarious in this. This was just a great all-round story. I have read it 3 or 4 times and I definitely do want to reread this. As a bonus, I'm going to talk about 2 other series that are on my list. So this is sort of top 5 plus 2, but they are series and I'm not going to get to them really quickly, but they are sitting there in the back of my mind, and that is the Percy Jackson series because I do want to catch up on all the books and I have to reread them. I haven't read them in such a long time. And also the X-Wing series from the Star Wars books because those are my absolute favorite ever. That is everything for this week's Top 5 Wednesday, the books that I most want to reread. Let me know down below which book or series you are most wanting to read. Most wanting? Really, Steph? Speak English properly. Let me know down in the comments which book you are most eager to reread soon. I'd love to know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!